Posting on YouTube has changed my life in more ways than I could have ever imagined, and I don't even have over 500 subscribers. In fact, the only thing I said I would do was at the beginning of 2024, I told myself one video a week, no matter what. And I can tell you, you don't have to be a big YouTuber to feel the benefits of posting content online. But before I go into how just uploading one video a week has exponentially made my life better, I want to tell you that this isn't just about posting YouTube videos. This is about living life on your own terms. This is about building something meaningful for yourself, whether it's a YouTube channel or some kind of side hustle or some kind of business or just pursuing an interest or career that you've always wanted to, but you haven't because of life's demands or because of fear. This is about you living the life that was meant for you and taking hold of the potential that you have. In fact, this channel is just me documenting myself building a content business so one day others can do the same. And I'm less focused on the outcome of this channel, but instead more focused on the process and the person that I get to become in that process. And so that's why I'm posting all these videos on self-improvement, on finance. If you're into watching someone build something online, subscribe to the channel. Come alongside me, build with me. With that in mind, let me share with you a story that will hopefully help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made on this journey. I started my YouTube channel, my first YouTube channel back in 2018, around the time when people like Andre Jake and Erica Kolberg was just getting started on YouTube. And I remember uploading a few videos and then stopping. And I stopped because not seeing success paralyzed me. I was comparing myself to people like Andre Jake and I saw people like Andre Jake and I was like, man, he's gonna become successful. He's gonna be big. And there's no way I can compete with a guy that can do magic and talk about finances at the same time. And so I stopped. That's what paralyzed me, is comparing myself with other YouTubers that were seeing success faster than me, without really understanding that your unique experiences, my unique experiences, are the competitive advantages that I bring to the table. Yes, Erica can talk about law. Yes, Andre can do magic tricks. But I've got the context of someone that's lived abroad. I've got the context of someone that has taught and been in education for 8 years. It wasn't until these few years when I really honed in on my craft as an educator and realized that, hey, I am good at something and I do have some things to share, that I realized, well, maybe I should start something up again. At the same time, I got married and I now have a little boy and I want to create a better life for my family. And so that's also one of the motivating factors. But perhaps the biggest factor of all that convinced me to start uploading consistently again was this realization that when I look back at my teaching career over the last 8 years, I became a good teacher, not because I was talented, but because I kept going. I kept teaching. I spoke with students every workday for the last 8 years. That made me good at teaching. I realized if I repeatedly do something, anything, I become good at that thing. And I can't believe it took me 8 years to learn this lesson because it's so obvious and it sounds so basic, but it's something that you don't really internalize until you experience it for yourself. Like until you practice something over an extended period of time and then one day realize that you're a lot better than other people at that thing, you don't know that it's actually possible for you too. Like the 10,000 hour rule also applies to you. It doesn't just apply to the people you read about in books. It applies to you too. And for the first time, I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna make these videos. And making videos is totally different than watching videos. Just like how practicing the advice that you get in a self-help book and seeing results is totally different than the mental masturbation you get from reading a self-help book or watching a YouTube video. You feel the growth and you feel the fruits of your labor. And that's satisfying. Like, progress is satisfying. And a lot of times, I'm still not consistent in the sense that I sometimes just record 4 videos in one night, and those are the videos for the month. And I know in the back of my mind that if I did that consistently, like, I could probably upload 3 to 4 videos a week if I really wanted to. But if I did that, I could probably last for a month before I quit. I needed a consistent way of posting. And to me, that was scripting during my off time. And whenever I get 4 video ideas, 4 kind of really basic scripts, I record. I turn on the camera and I record from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then I spend time cutting and editing those videos. And then I script them again. I spend one night recording all of them again. That's the routine I found for me. It's working around my existing full-time work schedule and family time that works for me. So find something that works for you. And make your goal really easy. Like, for me, it's literally just 1 video a week. I don't care about the quality. Like, I don't have the luxury of caring about the quality right now. I know I could. Like, if I really put the time in, I probably, could script every single word, have fancy editing, animation, cuts, amazing thumbnails. I can do all of that, but that would just make me quit faster. And I realize this is the long game. And if I get really good at camera presence and scripting and telling a story, then that is the 20% that I should be worrying about that will get the 80% of the results. Of course, sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough on video. Like, I sound weird. I'm not the most handsome guy in the world. Like, of course, I get those things. But the solution to that problem is not to overcome it. It's to flee from those problems. Just ignore them. Post anyways. Right? Like, of course I get negative comments from time to time. That's a byproduct of hard work. Like, that's an indicator that I'm going in the right direction. Like, I have opinions on certain topics. I want to work in a specific way. I believe certain ways of working are more effective than others, and others might care to disagree, but that's okay. It doesn't detract from me doing the actual job. And in terms of this channel, the actual job is 4 videos a month. And perhaps the most unexpected lesson that I got from this journey is that your brain actually gets rewired once you see what is possible. Like, once you actually see that if you post a video a week and people actually watch your content, that really reinforces the idea that you can do this, that maybe you are qualified to do this, or maybe you're in the process of becoming qualified to do this. And that's encouraging. And that really built in my mind the mindset of trusting in the action, not the results. The results will come eventually, maybe in 10 years, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 1 year. It does not matter. But as long as you know the actions are moving you in the right direction, trust in the action, not in the results. Measure your success based on the amount of action you take and the inputs you put in, and then let the outputs take care of themselves. I don't measure my success based on how big the channel is. I measure success based on whether I did what I said I was going to do, which is uploading a video a week. And so this time around with this channel, I want to document this process of business building, self-improvement, personal finance, just sharing stuff I already know and figuring out new things together through documentation, through posting, through learning. And if I were to leave you with one thing from this video, it would be the idea that incremental action produces results, and incremental actions compound. So over time, the marginal effort that you put in might stay the same, but the marginal results that you get out will grow exponentially. And if you are someone that cares to improve your own life, cares to start something on the side that is meaningful for yourself, care about personal finances and getting your finances right, then subscribe to the channel and let's come alongside each other and support each other on this journey so you can give the people you love the life they deserve.